Capricorn and Capricorn Compatibility. Are these two zodiac signs compatible? Let's talk about it. I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a natural intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic, psychic tarot reader, and I would love to do a personal, private, confidential tarot reading for you. Please contact me at lamarrtownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading or your own birth chart reading, okay? If you have any questions, check out the FAQ section and the personal ethics section on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, okay? You can also check out the blog section, all right, on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, okay? Please also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification button so you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Also, follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official. And also follow me on Google+, okay? With that being said, Capricorn and Capricorn Compatibility. Are these two zodiac signs compatible? Well, let's talk about it. Here we have two people ruled by Saturn. Two earth signs. Now, I will say that I do notice a difference. And before I even get started, I just want to say, if you're a new watcher to my videos, I feel privileged and honored to talk on this subject because, one, I'm a Capricorn, alright? And two, I just know a lot about Capricorns, alright? So with that being said, I do notice a difference between the January-born Capricorns and the December-born Capricorns, alright? Now, I noticed that the December-born Capricorns seem to kind of embody a little bit more of a fiery personality than the January-born Capricorns. I think the January-born Capricorns tend to be way more laid back and chill and like less, let's get it done, let's get it done now. They're January-born Capricorns are more so like slow and steady. I find that December-born Capricorns, and I'm a December-born Capricorns, they're just very fast, very witty people, very quick people, right? But regardless, the Capricorn is still a Capricorn, right? So here we have two people ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the planet of the past, karma, debt, illness, restrictions, weight, and things of that nature. Saturn is not a very loving planet. Saturn doesn't know about love, really. Saturn knows about tough love, right? Saturn knows about providing. Saturn knows about getting ish done, right? Doing what you need to do to survive in the world. Saturn isn't the best at love, is it? Love isn't Saturn's best subject. Doesn't mean that, Saturn isn't capable of loving. It just means Saturn can be a complex type of love, a hard to understand type of love, right? So when you bring two people together who are ruled by this planet, it's so complex and so hard to understand and sometimes so hard to get close to. I mean, think about it. The rings around Saturn are just constantly going. If you get close to it, you'll get knocked off into space, right? But when you bring two people together, it's like the rings stop for a moment. Time stops. And it's like you're looking into a mirror, Maybe not literally, alright, but it's like this person understands you, maybe not everything about you, but the most important parts, like when you need space, and the fact that you need space, your weird, nerdy, quirky habits like that you have, that they may not totally understand, but they're totally like, yeah, I have weird, quirky habits too, like I'm a Capricorn. We're complex as crap, we're just complex people. when you bring two people together that understand the importance of needing to wake up on time for work, despite going out, having a night on the town, and getting home and maybe having a moment in the bed, or two or three or four or five or six. I mean, Capricorns are known to be, quite sexual. But despite all of that, like, say you stay up till like 5 a.m., just talking or whatever. Capricorn still knows, okay, I have to wake up in 3 hours, you have to wake up in 4 hours, let's get as much sleep as we can. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some signs would be like, I know I want to stay up a little bit more. It's okay, let's be tired for work. But Capricorns are like, nah, let's go to sleep. Like, Capricorns just understand one another when it comes to certain things. And the wonderful thing about this relationship is that if you have the privilege of living together, it's like a safe home for the both of you. Literally. You know? Where both of you can just be as you are. You know? You can get home from work, kick your shoes off, scream and yell, and your fellow Capricorn will totally understand. You had a rough day, you had a hard day. Yell it out, talk it out. As you're yelling and talking, I'm gonna make a drink. What do you want for dinner? Let's like Capricorns just like they understand one another. And it's like a silent understanding, you know? Okay, so I'm talking all roses and petals, rose petals and rainbows and, you know, ice cream, gummy bears, lollipops. There has to be a bad side to this relationship, right? Oh, yeah. For one, these two can be totally stubborn. It's not unlike a Capricorn to go weeks without talking to certain people. But you can't go weeks without talking to your partner, your boyfriend or your girlfriend. That's just like, is that even a relationship? So these two have to put in the effort to actually make the relationship work, right? That's kind of hard for two ambitious people ruled by Saturn, right? So these people, two people, really have to find the will and motivation, the strategy, to make it work. It's not impossible, but it's hard when you have two Capricorns who are very ambitious, and have goals in life, have things that they have going on. Then you have another Capricorn going through the same thing in a different way, but in their own way, right? These two are going to have to meet each other in the middle. Alright, there's also going to be a need to be open and honest with your emotions. Capricorns are known to be sometimes closed off when it comes to emotions, very hard to read, not always forthright with what they're going through, what they're feeling, right? So there's a need right from the bat to set a foundation of openness and honesty in this relationship. Otherwise, it's going to be a constant struggle of misreading, or misinterpreting, things, behaviors, messages, misunderstand. It's just going to be a constant web of misinterpretations, misunderstandings, Capricorns can sometimes be prone to not saying what they want to say and beating around the bush, especially when it comes to their emotions. So there's a definite need to set up a foundation of openness and honesty about what we're feeling, what we're going through, what we're looking for, what we desire, These two need to make time to meet, go out, be with one another, spend time together. These two need to make time in their busy schedules to, meet, to actually, spend time with one another. That's hard for a Capricorn, right? But if it's something you want, a Capricorn will always make it work. Very reliable. These two are very reliable, dependable on one another. They know that when, the other says they're going to be there, they'll be there for the most part. They should be, right? But then if they're not, there should be a open channel of communication, of honesty. Hey, you said you would be there when you weren't there. Why weren't you there? In order for this relationship to work, I need honesty. I need openness. I need someone to be there when they say they're going to be there. And the other Capricorn, because Capricorns can sometimes be prone to this when they don't want to talk about something or they just don't want to deal with something in that moment, they can become very temperamental and moody. So there's a need for conflict resolution skills as well, all right? Very important, all right? Not being stubborn to say I'm sorry when you're wrong, Capricorn, right? Not letting, the garbage fester before, it just becomes completely unbearable that you address it. But by that time it's done enough damage, that's irreparable, or whatever that word is. That's, it can't be undone, basically, So, Capricorns need to, when two Capricorns come together, they need to put their pride aside. They need to put their sea goat horns away, all right? Detract the sea goat horns, okay? And they need to maybe wear their heart on their sleeves a little bit. Be a little bit vulnerable, Capricorn. Don't always hide your emotions behind, a thinly veiled attempt at sophistication, or a thinly veiled attempt at, proving that, it doesn't bother you. Because just by you doing that proves that it bothers you. But then it becomes frustrating for the other person, because at that point you become a brick wall that's, unable to be broken through. So once again, Capricorn, there's a need to be a little bit vulnerable, a little bit malleable, not so hardened, when two of you come together, especially, right? There's a need to bring those water qualities that you have. Remember, you're the sea goat. You're not just a goat. You're not just a mammal. You're a mammal and a fish, right? So there's a need to bring forth those kind of watery emotion qualities that you guys have, and to create a foundation and a safe space for you to be able to bring those qualities of yours forth. Like Capricorns are very emotional people. They just need a safe space to express those emotions, right? And this is important in this type of relationship, to create that space. So, well, is this relationship workable? Is this relationship compatible? Absolutely. Two Capricorns together can be an awesome relationship, but it can also be a very boring, dull relationship where there's no emotional, security, no emotional foundation, so, emotions need to be a very important part of this relationship, and honesty, openness, all of those things are important. Meeting each other in the middle, not judging one another, right? Not judging the other for not being hard in that moment, because Capricorns are so expected to be hard all the time, strong all the time. Like, it's okay to not be strong, Capricorn. It's okay to be vulnerable. As a matter of fact, it's important to be vulnerable in a relationship, right? Sometimes it's important for you to be strong for your partner, right? This can be an awesome relationship that is, can be completely unbreakable, it just needs to get to that point, right? All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this summation of the compatibility between a Capricorn and a Capricorn, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please hit that lovely like button. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification button so you get notifications whenever I upload a new video. Please also contact me at lamarrtownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading or your own birth chart reading, okay? Until then, I can't wait to hear from you for your own reading. I wish you guys nothing but the best love, health, and success. You guys are awesome. Keep being awesome, you guys, and just keep rocking on, okay? Thank you guys for listening and watching. See ya.